You want to make a comment? Comment.
What's happening? How's it going? It's been 2 days. Nice to see you folks in here. It is the 15th. Is it the 15th? It's been a long day. Nice to see you folks in here. Happy Sunday. Back to my... This just looks a little off. That looks all right. Nice to see you folks in here. Mike, Nate, Sean, Jake, Steven. Did I miss anybody in there? I am so happy to be back in my office. This isn't truly a ham shack. This is more of an office. Even though I don't do too much paperwork up here. Joe, nice to see you in there. I was bummed I didn't get you on POTA from Florida. By the way, let me mention something. The free state of Florida isn't so free. Driving around on those turnpikes, whatever they call them there, man, it gets expensive. And this morning, driving to the airport, I was half asleep, half awake, whatever you want to call it, half empty, half full. There was some construction that put me off on another road, and it put me on a turnpike that it cost me $2 extra. So, whatever. If it isn't traveling, Greg. Yeah, not really. It was a long morning. I put up a video of a short. I got up like around 3:30. Actually, my body woke up right before my alarm went off, and I left the hotel about 4. Got to the airport about 4:30. By the time I got into the terminal and got my bag dropped off, it was 5, which is way more time than I needed. But really? It is right now? It's showing me 1080p, no drop frames or anything. Mike, nice to see you in there. Sonic Route Suburban. So before I get on, I'm going to get on 20 meters because it actually looks like it's pretty good right now. Oh, you had it set up for 480p. Couple things. Hamcation was not what I expected. I was totally overwhelmed. Number one, I had a lot of personal goals that I wanted to set, things to do, people to see. My plan wasn't to spend the whole time at the Hamfest, but I did get to meet a bunch of the YouTube guys, saw their campground, goal achieved, was able to do a POTA. The Toads had a thing set up. I forget the name of the park. Believe it or not, I remember it's 1927, US 1927. I got it stuck in my head for some reason. I might be wrong on that. I wanted to watch a rocket launch. There were 2 of them when I was there. I think there were 2 of them. Yeah, there were 2 of them when I was there. So I watched Crew 12. I was planning on going, but I wasn't planning on going. My thought process, because it took off at 5:15 a.m. local in Florida. Thanks, Nate, for putting that in there. Anyway, so my plan, and it's a solid hour drive to the Cape Canaveral, to the East Coast there, Florida. So, I don't know if you guys know Florida. Most of you guys do. Orlando's right in the middle. So it's like the same difference between there and Tampa. Tampa's a little bit more than an hour away. Anyways, I wake up at 3:15. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go. And I didn't really look and see where to go. I know there was a beach place to go, but that was like on the other side of whatever that area is, Titusville. And I was tired. It was dark. And where I ended up going, my internet wasn't very good, so I couldn't watch the live stream of X and see the launch. So I knew what time it was taking off. So I'm like, okay, it's going to come. And I saw it take off. It was great. It lit up the sky. It was not as loud as I thought. And I thought it was great. And I watched it with my own eyes. I didn't take a picture of it. I didn't do anything of that. I just wanted to watch it with my own eyes. There's plenty of photos of it everywhere. It was right before sunrise. So I watched it go take off, and I kind of sit there for a minute and kind of marvel. It was a little chilly out there. Chilly at night there last couple nights. Colin, nice to see you in there. Exactly. Okay, so I see a lot of these folks come to these sporting events and they're looking through their and the reason why I'm blocking my hand to the camera is because they're not actually seeing the real thing in front of them that they spent hundreds of dollars to go see. They're looking into their phone. So I wanted to watch it with my own eyes. That was my goal. And I did. I was very happy with that. Here's the thing and I think I mentioned this on my other live stream, that I didn't realize that the first stage was landing back at the Cape. I didn't know that. When I was driving away, I'm like, wow, why is it all lit up again? And by that time I realized, I'm like, that's the first stage landing. So I was on the Causeway, I think it's called. I don't know these Florida terms. No problem. That's Andre, right? You guys keep changing. I can't tell anymore. Yeah, exactly. You see, exactly, Cam. And, I wanted to watch it with my own eyes. I wanted to hear it. I was hoping to feel it. I could have gotten closer, but I just didn't know where to go. And you know what? I should have researched that a little bit more. Whatever. But I got to see it. Next time I'll plan out a little more. So I got that accomplished. I went back to the space. So I drove back, got back about 6:30, took a nap for like an hour and a half, then went over to Hamfest, spent like 4 or 5 hours over there, and then drove back to space, to Cape Canaveral, and did I didn't really want to take the tour, but I took the bus over to the visitor center and got a picture of the SLS. And I did a live stream there, which I don't know if some of you guys seen. Oh, I know who you are, Andre. But I if I would have known you were in Orlando, I would have tried to connect with you yesterday. I thought you were in Texas for some reason. So my bad. Rob, nice to see you in there. So I got that accomplished on Friday, and then I ended up going to dinner with somebody that night. Ham radio op. And had good food. So I was very tired by the time I got back. Then Saturday morning, went back there to Hamcation. Here's a couple things. Number one, I really wanted the live stream in there because that's my thing, the live stream. So I couldn't get the live stream to work. I figured out, Josh showed me what he was doing with his hotspot thing. And I'm like, I'm not going to spend $750, especially I couldn't do anything then. Although I could have slipped him $100 and said, hey, let me borrow this thing for an hour, which I didn't think about till after, but whatever. He already did his live stream. I'm not going to copy him. But then I noticed, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll just go around and record everything and then upload it. But then there were like 15, 20 people walking around with their cameras doing that. So I'm like, yeah, he did a solid one. I was in it a couple times. I watched part of it. So anyways, there are 15, 20 guys walking with their cell phones, with their selfie sticks, whatever. And I'm like, you know what? That's not my thing anyways. I'm not going to try to take away from anybody doing that. Let them deal with it. Let them upload it and let people watch it. Because that's not my thing anyways. I did have that guy's GoPro. Take another step back on Thursday, I went and did the POTA at that park and met a lot of cool people. That was really nice. Two people, Larry and Dave. Larry his call sign started with an A. And see, that's the other thing, Cam. How many times could you walk around? See, okay, I'll get to that in a second. They were nice enough to let me get, 14 or so contacts. I got Dustin. I got Matt on 2 different call signs. Very happy with that. I got that. I checked that box for a goal. Saturday, let's fast forward to Saturday. Country James, nice to see you in there. Yeah, I've had my radio I brought my ID-52. So let me go back to Friday. Friday, I got to meet KG2 Mike. Mike, I think he's out of Jacksonville. I know he's in Florida. It was really cool. I just randomly ran into him, so that was great. I love that. That's awesome. We got to chat a couple times. I went and walked around again, and he found me again, and then we talked for a minute. It's just there's so much. I was so overwhelmed with stuff. A couple things to note. I did not see QRZ there. I didn't see him. They could have been there. I didn't see Kenwood there. They could have been there, but I didn't see him. I didn't see anything set up. So I don't know what the deal is. So it was a little weird. I tried to talk to the Icom guy, and I got kind of a cold shoulder. Guy with the curly hair, sales guy. I don't know. I was going to ask him some questions about the ID-52. I did have my QRZ award shirt on. I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know if rude is the correct word. He just looked at, dude, people were probably asking him the same thing over and over and over. And there was like 9 million people with cameras in his face asking the same thing. I get it. But I don't know. I would like that. Oh, I would love to have seen that. Mike was great. Mike was awesome. He's friends with me on Facebook, and I saw him post something. I'm like, oh, that would be great if I run into him, because I didn't have any way to communicate with him, and I ran into him. It was great. It was awesome. It's cool running into people. So I hung out with Tim for a little bit. Grayman Poda. I met Mike, MRD, a couple other YouTubers, Ham Radio, Tectonics, Bill, Tank Radio, a couple other guys. Normal type of guys. Which mic? There's so many mics there. Here's the other thing. So in the vendor tent, or in the vendor area, it was kind of like the same thing over and over. I actually spent more time in the what do you call it? The swap. I've never seen a swap meet like that. That was a swap meet like on steroids. And there was different stuff out the next day. Like Friday when I was out there was stuff, and then I went to the same table. I wanted to see, if that stuff was gone. It was gone, and there was more stuff piled up. So a lot of cool stuff there. And the other thing is, I didn't really want to buy anything because I didn't have a way to get it home, especially the swap stuff. Because there was a lot of cool scanners for like a decent price that I would love to have had and just have. Just because, you know how it is. Looks like 20 meters dropped out. Great. I might have talked too much. Sounds like the same stuff. But, yeah, so a little bit overwhelming. I know I got asked, was it overwhelming or underwhelming? There are some parts of it were underwhelming, and there were some parts that were very overwhelming. Would I go there again? No. I felt like I had like a little, like a block. What frequency were they on? Would I go there? Yeah, I don't want to go there again. The reason why I already went there. I wouldn't mind to go to some other ones. So there's a couple reasons why. Number one, it's far away. It took me 12 hours to get home today. Number two, the expense of getting there, even though I use points I rented my own car. I used points for the hotel. I used points for the flight. I had to pay for parking at the airport, which was more than I thought. It's cold here today. It's in the 60s compared to where it was in the 80s. The food in Orlando was very cheap, but the drive around, I did not think about the price. So it was basically every time I went out, it was like $5 to drive around. That's what I figured out, which is not a big deal, but I went out 3 or 4 times a day. So I'm not cheap, but there's other places to go. So my plan maybe is there's a big ass signal down here. Come on.
Yeah, boy, oh boy. That aircraft really needed a long run, but they dropped a parachute out the back, so, well, whatever. I'm kind of interested. You running?
So what my thing is, what my plan is, I'm not cheap, but I also look for value. You know, I wouldn't want to spend that money personally on myself because I would like to take my family there. And they couldn't come during that time because my wife had to work, my daughter had school. I don't know if Dayton's larger. So I wouldn't say cheap because I probably spent $1,000. So that's not cheap. I could have bought another radio for that much on 4.5 days. So, I don't know. What I would like to do is maybe go to a couple different these Hamfests. Maybe not Dayton this year, maybe Dayton next year, maybe the year after go to the Salt Lake one. It just depends. The one in California sucks, and the one in Yuma sucks. It's from what I hear. There was a couple cool old radio stuff. And I found, by the way, I saw like 3 or 4 of these for sale. All of them were under $400. One of them was under $300. But I could test it and stuff, see the fidelity in it. Because, you know, the shell could look nice, but the inside could be blown out, or they could have put it in water or whatever. So yeah. It was a good time. It was really cool meeting a lot of the people. Hanging out with the Toads folks on Thursday. Everybody I met there is really nice. I couldn't ask for anything more. They were very good hosts. And I was actually the first one to win something in the raffle. I was surprised. Oh, the other thing I didn't think about, as far as raffle. So I got a pass. Where is it at? I don't know. It's on my floor over here. It's like a media pass. And I also bought a ticket, and I didn't realize that I was in a raffle, and I didn't stay for the raffle. So I don't know how that works out. We'll see.
Man, I like that. You're about 5 and 757 in the state.
That guy sounds. That guy sounds horrible here. I'm not hearing the other side. But Sean does sound actually good here. Yeah, so
Did a band drop out on us? K0M80.
So to say I'm cheap, I wouldn't say I'm cheap, but I am to a point, but I just like to get value for what I spend on. And like if the Utah one's going on, I think that's like in October.
0 Tango India Echo. I got you in there. You're about a 5 and 5 over here in Missouri. Name is Sean, Sierra Hotel.
I could possibly drive up there. That would save a lot of money, and I could leave when I want and get there when I want. Well, I don't think I didn't hear anything that I won anything. But I'm glad I got out this morning because so I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but man, it was ridiculously large amount of turbulence going into Atlanta on my changeover.
Hawaii down 233, or is he gone now? Last I heard he was gone.
There was a pretty massive storm, and right before on Saturday afternoon, I was thinking, you know what, I'm going to change my flight and go through Utah, go through Salt Lake City, and I didn't. I got in on time. Actually, I got in early, but man, it was gnarly. I don't think I won anyways.
Tango India Echo from Kilo Echo 0, Mike Alpha Delta. Again, name is Sean if you're still copying me. Kilo Echo 0, Mike Alpha Delta. In
Oh,
Missouri.
I got to meet T.O. Steve. He's very nice. I got to meet Jim, whose radio I bought that's sitting in front of me. So it was nice to meet those guys face to face. There were a lot of used Motorola radios. I think I probably saw like 4,000 of them there. And I'm not exaggerating. There were like 3 booths that like had tables full of them and like hundreds of them and boxes of them.
K-E-0-M-E-D, K6EGG.
There's Greg, K6EGG, K0MAD. Well, welcome back to the PRC.
That's what it felt like. Although, the free state of Florida is not very free driving around.
Yeah, I understand you got a lot of tolls around there. I was kind of looking at that myself. I was like, well, what's it going to cost? And it looks like there was quite a few tolls about everywhere you go.
Yeah, and they reroute you through construction zones, and then they toll you for it. That happened to me this morning. I had to go around like 5 miles because of a interstate or interchange closure.
Hey, dude. Hey.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make it there next year. The goal is to go to all 3 of them between now and the end of next year. That's the goal. Dayton, I know there's more than 3, but Dayton, Huntsville, and down where you went. That's kind of the goal for over the next 12 months.
It's a good goal to have. I might go to a couple different hamcations or whatever they call them, hamfests over the next couple years, just to experience the different ones.
I didn't know where to go.
Yeah, I don't know how that one stacks up to the rest. I think Huntsville's a little smaller, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, look forward to going and seeing some of them. Anyway, you're sounding pretty good. You're about a 5 and 7 over here right now.
Well, copy that. Good to hear you in here, and it's great to be sitting at my desk. And I got to leave again in a couple days, but all good.
All right. Well, hey, I'm done on here. If you want a frequency to start calling CQ, I've already stirred some people up. You're more than welcome to have it. I was just finding a spot. Maybe we could make contact.
Copy that. Yeah. I'm going to talk for a few minutes on the stream. It looked like the band kind of died. I had to be honest with you. I got a headache, and I'm a little bit tired. I've not slept since 12:30 a.m. California time. I didn't sleep on the plane, really.
Oh, man. Yeah, you actually come up to 5/8 that time. The band actually picked up a little bit. All right. Well, hey, I'm going to sit here and listen for a bit. I'll unmute the live stream, and I'll have a listen. Anyway, Kilo Echo 0, Mike Alpha Delta in Missouri.
Copy that. 7-3.
Hey, Mike, it was, and I mentioned on here before you got on here, it was great running into you because we didn't really plan that out. So seriously, it was seriously cool. I wish I had a little bit more time to chat with you. I was just very overwhelmed with all the stuff there. It was like a kid in a candy store with all the stuff. It was good. It was not what I expected. It was good. Yeah, it was really good meeting you.
Wow. That's when TV was like...
And did you drive home today through that storm? Because I flew over it today into Georgia. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, man.
It was pretty solid. It wasn't like normal bumps.
Oh, I understand what they do to sign off the installs, the FTC installations, all that kind of stuff they got to go do, and the maintenance. It's yeah, you guys.
I was hoping Adam was going to be in here.
You guys handle.
I flew right over Adam this morning. I was hoping he could see my chemtrails off my plane I was on. This guy's plus 20 here.
And, you know, the AOG, aircraft on ground, you know, that nonsense. And it's got to go through AMP, check it out. You know,
I am back. Are you back in OC?
The last signature before that plane goes up in the air is the AMP. And my son's a captain, so...
How long of a drive is that for you?
He'll AOG an aircraft if something just isn't right. And a lot of guys will just
excellent.
With it, and,
it was nice down in Florida. Like, Thursday was kind of cloudy, but I actually kind of liked it. It worked in our advantage a little bit because it was kind of cool, but it wasn't cold. It kind of actually made it a little bit warmer because when it was clear at night, it was cold. Delta has free internet for T-Mobile customers and Delta Sky Miles people. Their internet sucks. It's Viasat. It's horrible.
Earlier, I had all of my antennas disconnected. I woke up.
Hey, John. Nice to see you in there. I'm alive. Barely. Yeah, via you're not wrong. You know, back in the day, it was okay when they split off. When they, after GoGo, internet went away, or whatever it was, Viasat was the premier internet, and then Starlink came around and just blew them out of the water.
My name is Lane, Lima Alpha November Echo. I'm just pretty much right in Victoria proper, the capital of British Columbia.
His voice sounds familiar. The band's starting to die out a little bit. It's the guy on 20.
Which has switches on it.
So here's the other thing. What I should have done.
With 40, 20, and 10 meter legs on it. And that's
so while everybody was inside, what's up? I have no idols. My grandfather is my idol. He's no longer with us. What was I going to say? Why everybody was inside, you know, that's what we were talking about earlier. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I accomplished all my goals.
No, that sounds great.
I was very busy when I was there. I did not sleep very much when I was there.
40-meter multi-band delta loop. I just got some flagpoles in the corners of the yard, and I'm going to mount something to the roof for the...
So did you strive to sit in the back of movie theaters?
Window line, or yeah, window line. First time I've ever used that, so I got my research cut out from here.
Yeah, it was worth it. What was I going to say? Not like that. It's okay.
I've heard the
He was.
I guess most of the noise, the QRM is...
This guy's got a good signal here. Has a good signal here. What was I going to say? Oh, here's the thing. When everybody was inside, you know, in the Hamfest, you know, that parking lot was packed, right? It's like dirt parking. It was free, which was great. I walked around the parking lot for like a half hour, and I like I said before, I like to look at people's setups, all the different antenna placements on people's cars. Like nobody had have it on the same spot, like the antenna. And the different antennas they had, and the big giant antennas they had. And I saw a couple Tar Heels that were like strapped to bumpers on like homemade mounts. I think that was pretty cool. I probably should have made a video of that because I don't think anybody made a video of that. So if I was thinking correctly, which I wasn't because I was so freaking tired the whole time I was there. I'm still tired now. I was tired getting into it. I probably should have made a video of all the different setups. Man, you're putting me on the spot on this. So most of it's, I saw a couple Corvettes in the parking lot. Actually, I think I parked next to a Corvette. I guess I just I didn't figure how much it was going to cost when I was there. So I kind of misjudged my, my budget a little bit. I'm pretty, this isn't like, I really take this like a vacation. There's things I wanted to do. I didn't really rest. I think the most I slept was like 4 hours, 3 hours, like 4 hours one night. So that was one of them. One of the dislikes was the money part of it. The other dislike is I probably shouldn't have stayed where I stayed, even though a couple other people were staying there. I didn't really know them. MRD and a couple other folks actually stayed at a hotel not that far away. Like literally I can see it, but it could take up to like a half-hour driving there because the traffic was so bad. And that leads me to my last thing of things to dislike. Also was the hotel location was in the middle of everything, which I guess it could be good and bad. But I deal with crowds all the time. I didn't want to deal with the crowd. When I got there after midnight, everything was all like all the streets were all closed off. So I had to like do a bunch of U-turns to get into my hotel, which after a long day and needed to sleep the night before to get much rest on the plane, I just didn't want to deal with it. And I was going to stay by the airport, and actually that would eliminate a little bit of the tolls. So yeah, those are things I disliked. So if I do it again, which I don't think I will, I'd probably stay in a different spot. Things I did like, met some really cool people. Very cool to see how their setups were. And like I don't know, like I just like to see different people's setups. I think that was cool. And that was at the POTA Park at US 1927. I cannot remember the name of the park. I really like that. And I got to admit, like the show itself with all the vendors was just a little bit too much. I mean, I just wanted to sit there and buy everything. And I really wanted to talk to some of the, I wanted to talk to the Icom guy a little bit more. And I maybe talked to him for 30 seconds. I just got a really negative vibe on that. So I was a little bummed about that. The part where I thought I didn't think I would like was the swap meet part. And I actually spent most of my time in that. Yeah, maybe Fred could sleep in the same hotel room as you. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, yeah. So there's things I liked about it, things I didn't expect. And I started off like super tired and and I know I'm like sounding like a broken record on it, but the first morning I was planning on like sleeping into like 10 and then going straight to the POTA Park and meeting the folks there. But I ended up getting up at 6:30, eating breakfast. And by the time I ate breakfast and got ready, I got to the campsite there where the YouTubers were at by about 8. So I didn't really rest. So I wish I would have rested that first night a little bit more, and because I was kind of zoned out all that day. What? What are you talking about, dude? Man, hold on a second. See, they were originally supposed to stay at my hotel, or the hotel that I was staying at. They mentioned to me, hey, stay at this hotel. This is what a lot of us are going to be at. So I bought it. I used points for it, hotels.com, whatever it was. And yeah, they ended up spacing and the hotel got booked out.
When I was designing the in-flight entertainment systems, and very, very impressed.
Did you just hear that, Denny?
I remember the two meetings with the one with Qantas and the one with Japan very, very clearly. Because I was kind of sitting back and listening to these guys, and it was really kind of
so yeah,
a nice pleasure knowing.
Over and underwhelming.
I knew what they were doing, and it was good to work with folks like that. I'm gonna pull the plug. You're down to only S9, S9, but my throat's killing me, and I've had a cough for a while, and I guess I like the reaction, but I'm more of a DXer. I've worked every single one. At the QSL cards from every single one. It took me about 50 years, but I finally got top of the honor roll, I guess they call it. What year? I'm reading, I'm looking at the plaque. 2008, in June of 2008, worked them all. And that was my goal. 1959, my first DX station was, what they call it, was a Brazil station. CY7CY. I still remember the call from Novice on 40CW, and we were crystal controlled. And I don't know how we did it. I heard him. I didn't understand the call. What the heck's a PY? And it was that one cue that made me a DX addict. And I've been chasing. I still was chasing it just before I called you. I worked the guy on Reunion on 30CW. So even though all worked and confirmed, I still chase him and chase him and chase. So much fun. So much fun. Got who did I work last night? Not before, like the Ulaanbaatar, the capital of Mongolia on CW. I think it was on 20. Oh, whatever. I'm going to run. You take care. Boy, nice chat. Thanks for the QSO.
Let's see where this guy's at.
And I'll see you later. Maybe someone's tuning up. I just heard something.
That was me. Just kidding.
I'll say 73, Steve. Thanks for the QSO. It was a good chat. And say hello to Palmdale. We used to drive from Cucamonga up on the 138 to get to Palmdale occasionally.
It's out by me. That's where Greg is at almost.
It was the 138. That lovely, just well-designed. Worst design road in the world with all those valleys. Oh my God. K6EGG. With your 2RJ Central Texas. Ken, good evening. I'll listen up.
Yeah, it does sound a little bit off. You know, I saw one of these. I think I mentioned at the beginning. I don't know if you're in. I saw one for like 200 and something, 235 or something like that. But like I said earlier too, I don't know the condition it was. It looked nice. But a car can look nice, and you know the engine could be malfunctioning. So that's you can't buy a used microphone based on looks. The other guy in Palmdale is way too close. You're a Tesla and Starlink in California Park, I think. Oh. Where is the... I lost Adams. Keep in mind, I have not slept that much in the last week, so my body is falling apart. I ate dinner and I was like, I'm getting like dizzy. I'm so tired. So this won't be too late of a live stream. A little bit of decompressing. In fact, I'm gonna go float around 40 and see how that's doing. Ooh, I got some folks there. I did not buy anything there. I wanted to, but I had no I had no way to transport it back. I mean, I could have put it in my bag, but yes, I have an announcement. I can't go that low, Danny. Come on. I got no CW for you.
Go ahead and go right into the roll call.
I can't hear him.
How about Kilo 6?
And please don't let me get you thinking that you shouldn't go to Hamcation. I think you should. You know what? If I had a choice to go again and I hadn't experienced it, I would go because it was actually fairly good.
Okay, new one, but for the record, November 6th, a golf.
And by the way, I remember watching a video of K8MRD. I think it was from last year, the year before. He mentioned the go to the restrooms by the RVs in the campground. They're not all blown up. That was a good choice because I got there a little bit later on Saturday. Let's just say it was a little bad. And so I walked.
6 Kilo Hotel Victor would also like.
I walked over. It was a lot better. You know, I didn't really get my hands too much on the 7760. Okay, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. All right. Do you guys ever watch the video of the news thing? The guy at a Home Depot says, I'm fixing to blow this place up. He said it going to the bathroom. They took it as a bomb threat. Somebody did that at the POTA site, by the way. It was, oh my God. Somebody had a little hard time. Okay, so getting back to what you were going to say. See, you know. See, Mike, you know, buddy. If you ever come out to California, disconnect, dude. I know that's a long way for you to go, but let me know. I know Dave, AGE, was talking about coming out. What's with ham radio operators and blown up bathrooms? So I don't know if you caught, I don't know if it came through on the stream. I would have loved to have seen that because you were staying right by me, right? The salespeople were like standing right in front of the at the Icom booth, and it was kind of small, but they were standing right in front of like the units, like the gear. You couldn't like see them. I wanted to like touch them and stuff. That's the whole reason of this whole thing. You could see it online all day long. That
Scotland.
guy's got a good signal. But I wanted to touch it and feel it. But they were blocking the, oh, look, that signal just popped up again. They were kind of blocking it, so you couldn't really, I don't know. I was just bummed. You couldn't really play with it. And like I said, I walked by the Icom booth maybe 5 times, and I wanted to either talk to one of the guys, which I did one time for like 30 seconds before some alpha hotel like butted their way in and started asking questions. Oh, can I have a second? And like I'm like, and I told him, I go, I just got here. I think it would just be a second. A lot of rude people there. That's the other thing. I don't know. Whatever. They had 15 million people coming up to him, but that's why I was there. Actually, one of the whole reasons I wanted to see the new Kenwoods and I wanted to see the new Icoms. And I didn't get to play with either of them. See, there's nothing wrong with that. I like touching and feeling. No, Mike, did you experience any of that? Like, just some people were like rude, like bumping into me. I mean, there was like, I don't know if you noticed by the Icom area, it just seemed a little bit squeezed than the other parts. They were like right by the entrance door. Denny, it's like a 5-year, like my 8-year-old. So just go in there and interrupt. Even though I told her twice no. Like, don't interrupt. Good call. And I'm not being sad. I'm just telling you that was going on. That's legitimate.
Roger, Roger.
Victor 59 both ways. Thank you, Jay, for coming back to me. This is Whiskey 6.
What do they call them? OMs? Would you interrupt somebody trying to have a conversation? That's on 80 meters, dude. I didn't want to get there that early. Saturday, I got there earlier than I did on Friday.
Victor Mike Tango. Randy, I've got you at a 44. 44.
It was fun. Oh, the other thing that was fun was watching the satellite. I guess it's okay. So I talked to that guy for a second. He was like an AMSAT guy, and he had his son with him. And I want to say, I don't know if anybody heard this yet, but I think he said that the Chinese space station is supposed to turn on the repeaters this week. So I don't know if anybody heard that. At least that's what he said. I thought he said that.
Papa Kilo Lima. November 9, Papa Kilo Lima. James, do you copy K7 KKR?
Yeah, by the way, I went around to look in it. I came back and you were gone. Right after you had the POTA bingo, I think.
All right, K7 KKR, Rob, we got you back to net.
Got a net. Spanish speaker? Oh, no, it's too low. They're usually at set. No, they're not there tonight. So I'm just being picky about it now. I experienced that a lot. I experienced people like that at work. There's some people that just interrupt. I mean, does that make me a bad person for pointing that out? I was taught manners. What happened to that net? It was on 206, wasn't it? Did it end? Did they need the frequency? As of the 13th, you can do 60 meter USB. I thought we could already, just on channels. What's going on? W9BBW. Oh, it's 204. Thanks for keeping me straight there. But I wish they had something like they had in Orlando here, because then I can load my car up with like Motorola radios. I don't think they had them on. I don't know. I just remember him saying something.
Control has relays. Many thanks goes out to Kilo Golf 5 Julia India Mike. Whiskey Alpha 4 Bravo Alpha Delta.
What's up, Craig? Nice to see you in there. W9CFW.
Because without the kind of systems, this net would not be possible. For me here on the frequency of 7.185.
I have traffic for the net. I have traffic for the net. I am a sad ham tonight.
Tomorrow. You can visit our website. It's Oscar Mike India, Sierra.net for more information.
You know, when I made those plans, I didn't even think about that. Last year on Valentine's Day, we were in Vegas.
73, everybody. This is Whiskey Alpha 5, Charlie Alpha Tango.
That was a great net. That was the best net I heard all day today.
Guys, thanks. Have a great week. 73 all W85 CAT.
Randy, nice to see you in there. Welcome aboard. You know, the other thing is I feel bad for some of those folks driving back. Tim Grayman Pota's got to drive all the way back to Indiana. I think he's going a more direct route this time, though. He like went around and did Potas. I've been to TRW. It's been a while. But last time I went to TRW, it was like, it wasn't that much radio stuff. It was junk. To be honest. Well, you know what? I'm glad you're not either. I'm still interested. I want to go to one that's closer. That's like has the same stuff. On Saturday, yesterday, I drove out for lunch and I went to Waffle House. In Indianapolis was a place that I was thinking about flying into and driving. That's next weekend. Okay, Ken, you got to be honest with me. It's 2 weekends from now. 27th I can't do. I heard that one's not that good. It's like in a hotel or something. To be honest, because I was thinking about going up there last year and I spaced on it. What was I going to look at? Oh, my date book. Yeah, I can't do the 27th. Oh, that guy is back. You guys want to do some tracking? Yesterday I was receiving a WWV from Fort Collins. Is that the time? I don't care. I'm cheapskate, remember? It was great. I had 4 sausages, hash brown or browns or whatever, and 2 eggs for like $14 with tip. You cannot complain. I don't know. Is Matt still in here? Underwear and panties? He would know. He would know about the CPAC. It's CPAC's in August, right? No, it's in Oregon. Oh, it's in June. It doesn't say anything about. Hello. See, here's the other thing is I'd rather have my car with me so I can just load it up with all the stuff that I don't need. And I wish I was thinking about going up to Buc-ee's, but I just I drove 500 miles with that car. Actually, 480 miles I drove with that car. I got the receipt this morning. I don't know where this is. No, see, that's... Do they have the Hamfest on here? Oh, I rented a car, but I'm saying I drove almost 500 miles. I can't believe that's where the Hamfest is at. What's up, Ted? I can't really fly in there. Portland in a 2-hour drive? No, thank you. Where do they have the Hamfest at? $59 people watching right now. Wow. Hey, since I have your guys' ears, hit that like button if you can. Much will be appreciated. Let's see if we get to 75 likes tonight. With 60 people watching, I know you guys have multiple accounts. Where can I go and look and see where all the Hamfests are at? They're opening a Buc-ee's in Goodyear, I think, Arizona. Or Glendale, Arizona. Sorry. Where would be the Hamfest? On our way home. Oh, I've been to that one. It's right by the track, isn't it? Was it windy when you're driving up there? All right, I'm going this weekend. I'm off. Let's go. I'm off on Friday and Saturday. I'm not going up there. So their website is not working. Hamfest. You want a wrench? I thought you didn't want a wrench, Scott. Am I wrong? I'm not using it. See that one Seaside, Oregon? That's not going to work for me. Is this it? This is the only Hamfest? It seemed like there's more Hamfest than this. Because this doesn't have... This doesn't... I bet you Frank will be up there. Not all of those are Club Hamfest. I thought this was this weekend. Your website's not working right now. I think I've talked on this repeater here. Thank you very much there from Wisconsin, Kurt. I appreciate it. W9BBW. BBW, why does that sound familiar? Yeah, that's right. I've talked with them before, right? I don't think I'm going to make it to Indiana that weekend. Let's do Arizona. Don't they have one in Vegas? This guy's getting mad. No, they don't have one in Vegas? What's up with that? There's a lot of ham radio operators there. John, you should start one if you're still in here. Or Adam, you should start one. That's sad Hamfest. Oh, come on. Dude, this is not working well for me. What am I doing in May? I'm not going to Australia in May, I can tell you that much. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember. Wow, that looks weird. That's a long way to go for a ham radio convention. If you want to pay for me to go down there, I'll go. Actually, I've been to the ham radio store there. What? I thought you guys had a Gigaparts there, right? I'm not, dude. I have no more international flights for me for a while. I'm good. Trust me. Trust me. The last 3 weeks of flying. Yeah, just a bit. Don't you think? Not that I know how to do that stuff. All right. So where's another place I could find Hamfest? Because that doesn't seem very complete. And plus the ARRL website seems a little sluggish right now. You're probably on a different server than I am. It's amazing. Would they move to California where the rent's even more? So when I went in there, they didn't have much of a like a showroom, if I recall. In fact, I want to say I picked something up for Dana. Wow. Alberta coming in on 40 meters tonight. Midwest. See, if Nate showed up there, I'd be like beside myself.
Wow, nice to hear, Rick. Name here is Dave, Delta Alpha Victor Echo. Also by an Olympic City near Squaw Valley.
I don't know if I'll be able to read this.
Reno, which is maybe about an hour.
But this is a lot better than it was before. But this is 2025.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, just running 100 watts.
But this will give you an idea.
Yaesu FT8 DStar.
Can't read it.
Commander signature 9 antenna, over.
All right, so let me go here. Talk to me like a 4-year-old because my brain is now really shutting off here. I took a photo of Oklahoma City today, by the way. As I went over it, I was looking for Adam, and Adam's not even in here tonight. I was hoping he can get a photo of my plane going over, making chemtrails. What did I do with that photo? Oh, I know where it's at. Oh yeah, here we go. I don't know. Can you guys see this?
I do. There was one.
That's shitty. That's bad.
Seemed to be a little get together. I'm trying to remember the name
So,
of the guy as well.
Seth, are you coming in here
Andy, does that sound familiar?
so you can harass me a little bit?
I just can't remember the guy's name, but I haven't heard his voice on the air for quite some time, so I was getting a bit concerned that maybe.
No, I don't think I have a better view of that picture on here. So I could pull it off of Discord off the other computer. Oh, nice. I don't know if Denny's still in here. You guys know I've made quite a few aeronautical mobile contacts with him and Tom. Yeah, so Oklahoma City, I believe that's it. Actually, probably, I think that's it right here. And I think Adam's up here because I was just south of the city. So he was over here somewhere. He's over here somewhere, I think. Or it was Edmond, I believe. It's northeast of the city. If Adam's in here, it'd be very helpful. And this is my buddy David Poole. I've known him. I traveled with him for, I don't know, 10, 15 years during baseball playoffs. Was into the trenches, so to speak, with him for a travel gig with him. Really enjoyed traveling with him. It was kind of, it was a lot of fun. Randomly ran into him on the CCon course there at Atlanta Hartsfield Airport there in Atlanta. I seem to have run into people all the time randomly, so that was very cool because I hadn't seen him in a couple months. Is somebody in here? I just heard an echo for a second. Yeah, Sean's in here. Sean, you there? I don't think it's working, Sean. Look at my hat's all screwed up. Do I look like I haven't had sleep in a week? I tried to freshen up before I came on. Sean, you in there? Go ahead, caller. First time caller from Missouri. You're not home, Seth? Okay, Sean in there? Or is he messing with me? Hello?
I'm getting there.
There you go. You sound much better now.
I don't know. I had a bunch of drop frames at the beginning. Looks like it's still doing it.
Yeah, I'm still hearing it.
I don't know what else to do.
It was weird. You were the one that came in the best.
Yeah. I think it's this Focusrite's giving me the trouble.
It sounds like a bitrate error. Now,
I'm going to try something.
You know that you can change the bitrate in your computer to match your units, right? And everything?
Yeah, everything's 48K.
In and out?
Yep, everything.
That's what it sounds like to me. And you're 48K on Sonobus, right?
Yep, that's right. I'm going to change. I'm just going to swap over to the MV7 mic.
All right. MV7 mic has its own USB interface, I believe, so that might be a different timing mechanism. Seth is very sad tonight, so he's not coming on, so we can harass him. It was nice talking to KO4 PDI about bagels and stuff. He had some good stories about the phone company days. He actually worked in the building. So take a step back there. He's like a retired phone person in New York. And there's I don't know what they call it in their terms, a central office where all the signals come in the area. We have one here in Los Angeles called One Wilshire. Anyways, the reason I'm saying that there's a ton of connectivity, shared connectivity between different networks and stuff. And NBC has their transmission facilities there, what they call their master controls, where all their signals that go at the cable operators originate from, and they insert their commercials there. I took a tour of it there, I think in 2019, I want to say, or 18. It was 19. No, it was 2000. No, it was 2019. And I mentioned that to him, and then there's some tower that's connected to it or something. So I had actually been in a building that I worked in, so that was kind of interesting. Let's see if Sean's back.
Yeah, here's the other mic, but I still hear you dropping on me, though.
That's weird. You came in the best. Yeah, oh yeah, I can hear it.
K6EGG and I, we were doing a Sonobus a little bit ago, and no drops between either one of us. So I don't know what's going on.
So Seth normally doesn't drop. And when Hamstick gets on from Singapore, he has the best connection between all you guys.
I know, isn't that weird?
So I don't know how. I know it sounds weird, but he might be directly connected to the Los Angeles hub or whatever. I don't know. He might be going through less stuff because he's on an island. It might be going directly to LA. I don't know how the packets get routed.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have fiber at your house, right?
Yeah. And it's pretty quick. Everything shows real latency and all that.
Are you partitioning?
You want to make a comment?
Uh-oh.
Are you partitioning out any of your bandwidth or anything weird?
Not that I know of.
I think I said that correctly, but you understood what I meant.
I know what you meant, yeah.
There's another term for that. And we got Sad Ham in here. Seth, I'm not in your time zone anymore.
Oh, boy.
It's not 10:30, although my body feels like it's 10:30. I'm going to pay for it tomorrow. I'm probably going to, before I hit my head on the pillow, I'm going to be sleeping. I was starting to fall asleep, but the loud, trainy Delta Airlines employees woke me up.
Why'd they wake you up?
Because they were training.
So?
And they were like repeating everything back. Oh, so I say this? Oh. I guess the lady next to me was not too happy that I got a hamburger and she did not get a hamburger.
What did you tell you to ask for it?
Well, I thought it's not my dinner has nothing to do with her.
Wait, was she pissed that she won one? Well, she didn't get one, or that it's too low class or something like that.
Okay, let's take a step back. So Delta Air, I was in first. I got upgraded to first class,
right.
And they have Shake Shack as an option before you can order. Like a week before you get on your flight, you can order Shake Shack hamburger. It comes with chips and a salad, right? No, she wasn't. She was a little tiny girl. That's what I meant. That's exactly what I meant, Colin. Assigned data packets or whatever. I forget the terminology for that. Anyways, so she looks over at me when my hamburger is getting dropped off. She goes to me like, why didn't I get one of those or get offered one of those? And I'm like, because and the flight attendant just sat there and looked at her like, why don't you interrupt and say something? It's not my deal. Why do I have to explain how I got it? Why don't the flight attendant?
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Right? I mean, am I wrong on that?
I mean, would it hurt her to say, "Oh, sorry, you have to pre-order that"? You know.
Let's see if I can pull it up here.
Because usually with last time I was in, I got like the meatball meal, which I think you had.
That was
on the way out.
Nasty. That was absolutely disgusting.
Okay, I had that a couple times.
That was disgusting. That gave me really bad, nasty stomach ache. So I'm gonna show a picture of it here of the hamburger, which I mean, it's just a hamburger. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, you can get one on the ground for. I was actually watching a review online of it. Jed Brooks Travels.
Jed Brooks?
Yeah.
Okay.
I watch a lot of his stuff. And the flight attendant was like looking at me and looking at the burger when she put it down, like, wait a minute. And it was good. It tasted just like being on the ground. But
wait a second. On your flight back, were you on a long flight? You were on a A321 or something?
Yes. Same one as I did going out.
So you didn't have a wide body going back.
No.
Okay.
The nice bed that I had on my 45-minute flight I started falling asleep, and I like I said before, I always seatbelt myself in because I've been in some nasty turbulence in my life, to the point where I've seen stuff stick on the ceiling of the roof of the cabin. Anyways, I started falling asleep, and all of a sudden because we're kind of like doing one of these things, like he was speeding up and slowing down, and like I could probably look at the track on the FlightAware and look at it. Anyways, we hit this bump, and like I didn't tie my seatbelt too tight because I had it on my side, and it was tight on my side. So when I rolled over and laid on my back, it wasn't that tight, and I like levitated above the seat. I'm like, this isn't good. And I'm like, you know what? I just put my seat back up, and I just whatever. I just couldn't sleep because it was way too bumpy. And I was starting to feel a little nauseous because it was like.
Wait, this was today?
Yeah, this was today.
Wow.
Let me see the track on that. Do you remember my flight number? Was it 780 or
no
2080 or something like that?
Maybe. All I know is your bag wasn't on the flight.
No.
Which was
DAL 2080. Danny would probably know a little bit more about that. Oh.
On MCO?
I found it.
You got it?
So this
I was going to say, for a
take
domestic flight, you don't need positive bag matching, so that's why.
No, it didn't look like he moved around too much.
There you go. Right there.
Yeah, he didn't look like he moved. Oh, there we go. Now you can see at the end here. Yeah, see that? Yeah, so that was a little bit,
Scary?
No, it wasn't scary. Just it was like, I'm trying to sleep here and I keep on getting knocked around. But I was getting a little bit, because I was really tired and I like kind of droopy, and I was just like, I don't want to deal with this. I just want to sleep. So yeah, it was a little weird, but it was a little choppy. Light chop, they called it. It was not light. I would say it was moderate at best.
I think the worst I've ever had, I've had some scary ones, but like from a pilot point of view, I think I had one where I think I wanted to tell the pilot, hey, this is not an F-18. Because he was banking really steep.
Those international planes are nice.
Yeah.
And it was quiet. I didn't even like really hear the engines. Very nice.
Why don't you stay on?
I was going to Hawaii and I didn't want to sit on the plane for 11 more hours.
But you love Hawaii.
I didn't feel like going to Hawaii. I wanted to go home. I did not feel like sitting on a plane for like 10 hours. Like going from Atlanta to Hawaii is like going from Europe to California. It's almost the same much. So, Sean,
What happened to your video?
It's because it timed out. Sean texted me. The reason why he texted me is he showed me a photo. I'm having drops. We're having drops together to each other. It looks like you're having some drops there too.
Sean's muted to me.
He's did it on purpose. Let me disconnect for a moment. See if that makes a difference. Reset it. Maybe I should lower my bitrate or something.
Probably. I mean,
yeah, a little bit more latency here. See if that fixes it a little bit. All right, Sean. I add some more latency here.
Those numbers are flying.
Whoa.
Wow.
Why is Sean sound robotic?
Yeah, why is that?
So that's okay. So then if he's hearing it and I'm hearing it, that might be on your end.
My end?
No, I'm sorry, it's saying Sean. Reset, Sean. Just like disconnect and reconnect and see what happens.
Hello. I'm still hearing myself.
What you sound like a R2D2.
Yeah.
And you're hearing that too, Seth, correctly? Yeah. So I would say that's on your end. I'll try resetting your USB device. That is very weird. Sean used to come in the best. The band looks like a drop, by the way. Well, maybe not. I got, by the way, that reminds me, I got to put down my antenna, because we're expecting some wind tonight with the storm coming in.
Oh, it's snowing here again.
Give it a shot.
Is that any better?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
Actually, it's the best it's been.
What did Sean do?
You're still dropping, but it's not so bad.
Yeah, you're dropping a little bit here.
What'd you do, Sean?
I changed from Windows exclusive mode or something to Windows Audio.
That's weird. Wind blows. You guys didn't get that, did you?
Yeah, it's got 4 fans. It blows.
Okay, what is Colin talking about here? He's talking about some Australian stuff again?
No, he's actually talking about a British thing, believe it or not.
Ah, crap. Phone's going off. I gotta go.
All right. Sean, take care.
You never seen Doctor Who?
No. All right. So this. All right. Let's go back to my hunt here. Where are the Hamfests on here? Swap meet? Store forums. News, Hamfest, and conventions. Oh, this isn't like.
We're going to go through each event and be like, who's the closest ham to each event?
There's not like a Hamfest like that out here in LA.
San Diego or
the close
or in Arizona, Yuma?
The closest thing to that is a TRW ham or swap meet, but it's here's the thing. It starts at like 5 a.m. I'm not going to drive an hour at 5 o'clock in the morning to get there at 5 a.m.
Why not?
Because all the good stuff is gone. By the time, if I get there like 8, there's only vacuums left and all kinds of other crap. Just missed seeing the SpaceX launch live from Orange County last night, but did you? Excellent. You know, I actually was in Florida at the wrong spaceport. I wish the launches out there were like at like midnight instead of 5 a.m. Although they felt like at midnight because of the time I got up, but. Orange, Texas Hamfest. Groundhog Day Hamfest, which we just missed. See, I don't see.
You have to have more winter.
The only thing out here is Yuma, and Yuma's not that close. It's like a 4-hour drive. And there's not a lot of superchargers on the way. Let's take a look at Yuma. Yuma's kind of off the beaten path. See, I'm there. And Yuma is down here. It's not that close. So there's a couple different ways I can go. So El Centro is right here. Right? Is that El Centro? There's a Navy base over here. I think, yeah, this is El Centro. There's a Navy base here. This is the Imperial County. So this would be a good time to get some Imperial County contacts. Not much out there, a lot of farming. Anyways, I've driven this there and back the same day with my dad and my brother-in-law a couple times to go watch the air show. The Blue Angels do their winter practice there, and they do their first air show there, and it's usually not that many people there because it's in the middle of nowhere. Anyways, the reason why I'm saying this, it's in the middle of nowhere. I don't want to drive all the way down here. That's basically like driving to Fresno. And this road right here is not like a big highway. It's like a street. So, and this is like 70 miles from here to here. So it takes like 2 hours. It's not a fun drive. If it was straight like this, so this is what, Courts, whatever. They have a ham thing going on out there. They just ended, I think. I think T.O., Steve, was out there. He said he actually left his trailer there and flew to Hamfest from there. So this would be easier for me to get to. This would be 2.5, probably about 3 hours. This is right in between here and Phoenix. And Phoenix is probably about 2.5 hours from there. So Yuma's not that close. In fact, I'd rather drive up to Northern California than drive to Yuma. Just because it's an aggravating drive. Just to let you guys know. Just to be fair. I hear people still. Wish I wasn't so tired. Tomorrow, I'll probably come on a little bit earlier and try to make some contacts on 20. But I could use your guys' help and hit some more likes. Only 43 likes. Tim. It was great meeting you. Seriously. I just wish I wasn't so tired. I've been up since 3:30 California time. You spelt my name wrong, dude. By the way, I just noticed something. So the first thing I did when I unpacked is I put all the stickers I got this weekend, and I'll take a picture of it and send it to you guys. Some of the stickers are a little bit big for my case, and I'll explain why when I show you the picture. You made a special picture just for Hamfest, dude. That's pretty cool. I was like half asleep and half awake on Thursday when we're doing the POTA. On Thursday. Yeah, I went to bed at 3:30 and woke up at 6:15. Had my free breakfast downstairs. Are you did you get past the rain in Florida? Or did you even leave tonight? What was I gonna say? Yeah, I asked him, Tim about the if he left or if he's still in Florida, because those folks driving with campers going through that storm, having flown over it this morning. Oh, you're already in Chattanooga? Holy moly. That's actually where my brother-in-law is right now. He made good time. Did you hit all that rain this morning? Or this afternoon probably for you? It was brutal flying into Atlanta this morning. We got a big signal down here. That's I'm at a band.
And there's no audio, there's no sound. You can't transmit either, if I remember right. Although I haven't tried transmitting with that, but it was the same thing, and it is odd that it's failed twice.
Ooh. You made good time actually it's 10 something there. Are you camping tonight or are you in a hotel? Yeah, my brother-in-law is out there, hotel, visiting. So his girlfriend's son moved there, and I don't know. I think they're talking about moving over there.
Looking for check-in for the please call now, K4LO relay.
You have to be a member for OMS?
You're supposed to, well, at some point you're supposed to join. It's a one-time fee. I'm a member.
Hey, Tim, I'm sorry. You faded away there. Let me turn you up a little bit. Normally you're louder. You're supposed to. Tim, I was going to ask you something. I spaced. Tim, I know what I was going to ask you. Okay, so I tried to talk to some of the manufacturer people in the main. I didn't realize there were like 3 other rooms or whatever. Anyways, I did later. I did on Saturday. I was talking to manufacturers, and other ham radio operators were just butt in and just blah, 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 blah. Did you experience that? Matt, nice to see you in there. Hello. I had a lot of that going on. I tried to talk to the Icom people. Okay. It wasn't me. I tried, it was so frustrating. And Tim, the thing I like the most, I like the swap meet part of it. Other than the 3,000 Motorola radios that I saw and 5,000 microphones, there was a great number of police scanners. I did for like 30 seconds. And I didn't want to stick a camera in his face because he looked like he was getting very annoyed with people doing it. Because like there was guys like, okay, so he was talking to some other guy like privately, and this guy like walks right up with a camera, like sticks it right in his face, and he was just like, and like I just put my GoPro in my pocket. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. You take care. I'll be on tomorrow night. I'll be on a lot this week. I won't be on Thursday, and I won't be. We'll see how I feel on Friday because I got a trip on Thursday. I won't be on Sunday. Who was the camera? I don't know. He didn't have a media thing. He had a DJI, like little small head on it. I didn't recognize him. But I was like, and then I came back and I started talking to him. He didn't seem like he was all too enthusiastic. Yes, you're correct. To talk to me. And then somebody interrupted and I'm just like, I'm out of here. I don't want to deal with it. Well, his head wasn't small. The camera, it was like a little DJI it was like spinning around and stuff. But he was like putting it right in the guy's faces. It's like, there's some protocol when you're recording some of that stuff. And I actually ended up putting my camera away because I was just like, you know what? There's like 5 million, and I mentioned this earlier, there's 5 million other guys doing this. There's no reason I should be doing this. There's plenty of places to watch. What we got here? He's coming good.
20 to 30 over 9 here in Northern California. Very strong signal. Victor Echo 6, Charlie, Quebec, Kilo Juliet.
I probably won't be going to Dayton this year, but I think I might try to do a ham fest a different ham fest every year. Does he seem to get annoyed by people pretty easily? Because he seemed very annoyed, at minimum. He probably got tired of answering the same questions. But I was disappointed they didn't have the ID52 out. It's like, dang it. That's what I came here for.
Don't you have an ID52?
I'm sorry. 5200. My correction here. And I brought my ID52. I talked to Bill on it. Ham Radio Tectonics on it. We discussed on the trip up to the POTA site, the lovely Florida drivers there. There's this guy like going in between us, like, and he wasn't making any headway. Just, I did not want to wreck.
Florida man.
The rental car places in Orlando have the AI scanners before you leave.
Who'd you rent from?
Hertz.
Okay.
When I left yesterday, I got on. I should have recorded this because it was funny. I got on 146.520 and I started calling CQ. And I got like 20 people coming back to me. Everybody in the probably Hamfest heard it. He's going, what is this guy doing calling CQ? I did it for a second. It was actually when I was walking around the parking lot. And Tim, I don't know how long you've been watching, but I mentioned I should have done a video, and I did a little bit of recording of all the cool antennas on the parking lot, in the parking lot with other people's cars. Cats. Milo was happy to see me. He jumped on my lap this afternoon. Mendocino. I believe that's where the Neverland Ranch was. Cats. And I don't know if you leave your bathroom open, Scott, but I left my restroom open. I spaced, and like both the cats were in there, like getting in the crowd. They know that room is always closed. And Mr. Sad Ham, that'd be you, Seth. Did you like my 58-second long travel video my way back? It's probably better than my one on the way there.
Better than the one going there.
I have it in my shorts. I think Nate put it somewhere. I should have pinned it. It was a good travel day. Other than, I mean, I'm tired. It's a long way. It's a long way to go. But I'm still here. It's like 11 p.m. my time, and I got up at 3:30.
No, it's 8 p.m.
No. My wife is. My old cat was my person. Or I was her person. But he's pretty friendly with me. When she's not there, he hangs out with me quite a bit. We're supposed to get hail here tomorrow. That ain't good. Okay. Southern California tomorrow, they're going to have snow above 1,000 feet. I'm at 920 feet here. I don't believe that forecast. Oops. Man, I can't. I'm out of shape. How did I hear myself again? It's weird. And by the way, for people that travel, I was sitting, because I didn't want to be by screaming kids, I was sitting in the southwest part of the terminal, the 90 through 110 gates over in Orlando. Yeah. And there's two Southwest flight attendants that were sitting behind me. And they were talking about how much they hated the new boarding system. And they hated coming to work because they're getting yelled at every 5 minutes. So think about that. Yeah, it won't accumulate. No. Dude, you know, there's zero chance that I'm going to see snowflakes here. They always get these forecasts wrong on this stuff. I'm sorry, Seth.
Wait, so when the two flight attendants were saying they hated boarding system, like, is this where you mouth to yourself? Thank God I don't fly Southwest or something? Troll?
I used to like Southwest. They're a great airline, but they've definitely have changed. I mean, they're now the whole thing about Southwest is they were different. And if you wanted to take a little hour flight or 2 hour flight with a stopover, you knew what you were getting yourself into, and you were getting cheap. But in like the last like 7 or 8 years, and Tim could attest to this because he had a heck of a time coming out here to I believe San Diego over the summer.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he got hosed. He got really hosed. They're not the same airline. Once that guy, the main guy, died.
Oscar Bravo.
I guess, Mike, you got a copy on me?
They changed. He had a family atmosphere. Take care of the passengers first. And he took care of his employees too. Herb Keller, yes. Actually, in Dallas, you can go in the headquarters and see the setup of his old like desk and stuff now, as far as I understand. They probably charge you now. When I saw it, I didn't get charged. And Colin, when I was in Florida, except for at night, yesterday was actually probably the warmest day. It was beautiful, and then it got like cloudy at night. I've been A+ for over 15 years. I flew this weekend and never. Yeah, that's sad.
Ooh.
That's
wait.
Switching to United, man. That's why not go to Delta?
Oh.
I don't know.
Well,
you might be
depends where you're at.
Yeah.
It might be, if he's in Houston, for example, you know, he wants to be, you know.
You can get a direct anywhere.
Want to be yeah. I'm just like, since is this your first time flying Southwest since the board assigned seat change, or did something else happen?
Colin, by the way, I flew Jetstar out of speaking of airlines, I flew Jetstar out of Adelaide, and it was like Southwest. But like it is now. Like the whole plane wasn't full, but they crammed us all in the back. I only fly
They let you move after?
No.
That's what apparently Southwest is getting crap for that, because apparently they have some empty flights and not letting people move.
I guess they're doing that with Southwest, and I'm pretty happy with Delta. Although,
you know why I've never really.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Never considered
you reset
because they don't
reset.
Uh-oh.
You're dropping. Hit your arrow. All right, try it again. Go. You're good. Go. He gone.
Am I back?
Yep.
Okay. I was about to say is the only reason I've never considered United before is because they don't fly to the closest airport to my house.
You
know that they offer.
Yeah.
I do have silver on United, which is it's almost lifetime, but I've never flown them.
You know what? I was going to mention that to you. Here's something I found out today. So I'm a million miler.
Yep.
Right. And they changed their million miler status that you'd get gold. Right. Yeah. So I thought it was gold. I'm not. I'm still silver. It's for the new people that make million miler. You get gold, not for the grandfathered million milers.
So you don't. So how do you get? But you got Sky Priority though.
I did because I got upgraded.
Oh, okay. So they're not giving.
Yeah, I've still bumped up the line because I'm
lifetime
million miler, but not. I don't have. I'm like, why does it say silver?
Interesting.
Yeah. So I asked the flight attendant, and she's like, "Yeah, you know, I've been getting people talking about that." And then she said this is what she thought. So I'm gonna actually call the airline about it. And I saw some stuff online about it.
Huh. So I have to go get my million miler at that airline, then I'd be gold for life.
I should be gold too.
You're not special.
It really doesn't matter.
The Sky Priority is what's going to do.
Correct.
Well, it started intermittent.
And if I get a window seat or like an exit row or something like that, I'm actually fairly happy with it.
It would fail after about.
First class is not that big of a deal unless you get that up the one Delta 1.
That became 5 minutes, and then it became nothing. And when it failed the second time, it just quit. There's no intermittent.
Because I'm traveling a little bit more now, I'm thinking about doing a status match. I can do it on Delta and United.
But does United fly nonstop out of LAX to places, or?
I don't go out of LAX.
Or wherever you're going to go, Ontario or whatever?
But I go to Houston a lot. Delta 1 is... I had a Delta 1 flight today. I'll show you.
Well, he had the precursor because The next leg on that plane was to Hawaii, Greg.
Mine was probably a reposition flight because it was the only day this week that they had the 330, and I had never been in first class on a 330 before. Or at least
Did you get a mini kit?
They had something hanging on the side. I didn't mess with anything.
I didn't take it. The mini kit.
I'm just gonna waste it.
And I can't remember if the S meter moves. I think the S meter moves, but nothing comes out.
It is 97 degrees. 97. What do you call it? Freedom unit degrees.
Well, let me check it.
Wow.
I just turned it on. There's no antenna connected.
These guys have a good signal.
We're gonna see Colin wearing shorts.
Colin, do you wear shorts? Do you smoke cigars, Colin?
7188. Okay. There I am on AM. And when I switch to sideband, yes, the S meter.
Hey, where's your Nightbot?
There's no audio.
It's there.
It's like thinking.
It's probably how my Nightbot is just like me.
Okay.
My brain.
Slightly different from where I am to where Colin is right now with the weather.
Yeah, a little bit. This is how I felt on Thursday morning. Right now, like everybody like knew everybody, and I'm just standing there like, I'm trying not to fall asleep. And then I drove back to the hotel. I had to go to the bathroom really, really bad. And I don't know, are you still in here, Tim? The bathroom was not available.
That's why I posted a GIF on the Discord.
So I had to drive 40 minutes to use the restroom. I guess I could have pulled over somewhere, but
we've gone to Buc-ee's.
There is no Buc-ee's where I was at. Actually, I was closer to Buc-ee's there than I was at my hotel, probably. I don't know. It's up in Daytona, though. Any other weekend, I probably would have drove up there, but not during... I guess they had 110,000 people up there at the Daytona 500.
You got $45 to send Colin for a pack of cigarettes?
They're probably about the same here. Am I allowed to send you cigarettes? Is that legal?
I don't know. I don't know.
I got to remind myself to put down my antenna.
Oh boy.
I want to see if that actually happens tomorrow with the bad weather.
I figured I would do that anyway. So, yeah, that's a nice approach. All right, Mal. Well, we got a plan, I think. Anyway, well, nice hearing you. Big signal, by the way. You're almost 20 over 9 here, which is off the end of my extended double ZEP here, which fires straight across the northeast into South Africa, but you're off the end of it.
These guys sound good. They're like doing some testing there. This is what I like to hear. And they're gonna.
I had to look for a second. I'm like, wait, are you legal in that portion of the band? I'm like, yeah, you are. Speaking of band plans, there's the new one out because of the 60-meter changes.
So I thought we could talk on sideband on 60 meters already.
Yeah, they changed some. They did some power changes. So the main frequency for FT8 that you've been using, they limited the power. 9.5 watts.
I can only do 9.5 watts on 60 meters now?
On that one FT8 channel. I got to send you the new band plan.
I rarely go on FT8 on
well, it's the same for me. It's not just, it's just UN. It's the same. Let me go pull it up for you. They changed the thing here, so I don't know what the hell they. So I'm gonna post this in the chat for you.
In this chat?
If I can do it. The Discord. Yeah.
Well, by the way, we got to figure out how to get this chat in the chat in Discord.
Oh, like the guy from Cerritos does, you mean? The bridge?
Does he do that?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm gonna have to print out a new one? I have one here.
Look at this. Look at 60 meters. Compare the 60 meters to what you have printed out. To what I just posted.
See, if I had that thing that if I made a scene of the band plan that Dustin sent me, I could put this up on the screen because I know this is the same thing. So it's 60 meters. I should say, hey, this has been a great net. So let's take a look here. So that's 6 meters.
60.
60.
Bottom left corner. Bottom left corner.
Yeah, that does look different. So the bottom part there, the EAG, where it says,
well, that means extra advanced in general.
Well,
so
yeah.
that's you and me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Below that, that's all new. I'm sorry, that's all new.
Yeah, they did something. Yeah.
I don't know, but there's not a frequency. That's a channel.
Well, not anymore. Not really anymore.
5358.5.
53.
Isn't that 58? 5358.
Compare the old one to the new one, or
Yeah.
the old one. You mean? Because they kind of like did something to.
I'm pointing at this one here. This part
What's
right
this?
here. Right. This is what this is what we're referring to.
Yeah.
So this used to be
5358, right?
Yeah, but this is. Wow, that's. Let me pull that down for a second.
They kind of like.
And
it's not a channel anymore.
Yeah, it's 2.8 kilohertz. So that you're limited on 9.5 or 9.25 watts almost, and you can only do 2.8 kilohertz wide. That doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
I'm confused. Someone smart is going to have to explain that to me one day.
Where's Scott when you need
And
him?
I'm sure I'm going to have 4 people explain it to me wrong. Everybody's going to have their opinion on it, which is okay. That's what this is about. We're just a bunch of amateurs, right?
Yeah.
That's good to know, though. Let's see if we can piss somebody. We just get on voice on FT8 on 60 meters to say, hey, I thought I could talk on there. Those guys are gone. They were sounding good. So, Seth, what do you got coming up this week? You going to be around this week?
Work.
I'm not. Actually, I am on Thursday.
Well, you're supposed to be working today, but let's not go there.
No, I wasn't.
Well, your boss thought you were working.
My what?
Your boss thought you were working, right? Did you call me and say your boss thought you were on the this weekend?
No, they thought they had scheduled me. My scheduler thought. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Oh, well, we need you. Too bad. I'm not in California. Yeah, so I got most of this week off. I'm not available on Thursday. I'm working.
Working with quotes? Working.
Working. Real work.
Working or working?
No, I'm working.
I don't believe you.
But I'm back on Friday. I'll be back on Friday and Saturday. I'm off. As of now. I could change. I gotta tell you right now, March is really busy for me. But I'm not like doing like 20 days in a row like I was in January.
You're doing 30 days in a row. You're gonna bitch about it. Got it.
No, it's more 4 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off, 6 days on, 1 day off. So it's not that bad. And I can use it because I only work like 5 days this month. So I'm good with that. I could use the money because I got taxes coming up.
You didn't file your taxes yet, Greg?
No. I'm waiting.
Slacker.
I'm waiting because I need one more document for my mortgage or my brokerage account. They don't come to the 17th or something like that. We do too tomorrow. President's Day is tomorrow.
Yeah, I did my taxes on. I
Probably
submitted on Friday. I'm waiting for the state of New York to approve it. So.
Hey, I don't have to file New York taxes this year.
Huh.
I think I've showed you my checks, haven't I?
Maybe.
So here's the thing that people don't realize. When you travel and work, which is another reason why I don't want to travel and work so much, you have to pay taxes in the state you work in. You have to file taxes first off. Then you have to amend your tax that you pay on your California tax to pay for the tax that you're in or the state that you work in. Not fun. So I had 1 year I filed 7 states. A lot of states they did it for a little while. Now they don't. If you work under like 17 or 15 days or whatever it is, they don't make you file. But New York, if you work 1 hour, you have to file. It's ridiculous. And if you work in New York City, you have to pay a city tax on top of it.
Yeah.
You don't have to file taxes on that. They just take it out and you don't get it back. So
when you file, the taxes do get sent to New York City. You still got to file a different form. So you file once, I think. If it's
they just processes it out of our check.
Yeah.
Which is I don't like working there. That's why I don't want to work in New York City. I did the Grammys there. I'm like, wait a minute. Why did I get taxed like 53%? They took out California tax. They took out federal tax. They took out New York State tax. They took out city tax. I'm like, so yeah, people don't realize. I know. Okay, here's a good example. As we sign off, they had the Super Bowl up in Northern California a couple of days ago, and
didn't what's his name get taxed? The quarterback.
All the teams they get taxed.
Well, didn't you hear the thing? Sam.
Yeah, that wasn't correct. That's not how that works.
Okay.
They based it on his whole salary for the year, and that's not how it works. You only get they condense it to whatever. Basically, it's the game. It's not the whole salary you get taxed on. Even though I'm trying to think of what state it was, Ohio. I think it was Ohio. They wanted to know exactly how much I made the whole year, and they wanted to partition out what I worked as, like if I work full time or something. I know that doesn't make sense, but they wanted a larger portion of what I actually worked. Like I worked there, I worked at a Final Four there for like a week, and they wanted like 7% of my whatever. I think it was Indiana. Yeah, it's nice. It's almost no latency. Seth's sitting in New Jersey right now. Really, New York, Long Island, New York. And he's got a round trip ping time of 17 milliseconds. So one way to me is split the difference. Federal, we have different brackets. It depends on how much you make. Generally, people are under 20%.
I think mine was more.
Our state is another 13 to 14%, depending on how much you make.
I can go look at mine and see what the hell it is. But
I don't know if I want to. So I don't know how much you know. I have my Canadian relatives. I don't want to go there with the healthcare up there. You might agree with me on some of it, but waiting for stuff, like literally I had a family member die waiting. So I'm not too. I'd rather have paid for stuff. Yeah. I know. Oh, I'm going somewhere I probably shouldn't go. Yeah. All right. Seth, you take care. You have a good night. Hopefully you'll be with us later this week.
Maybe.
Correct. Nothing is free. What's that? Oh, I thought you were gone. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I should go, but I can continue to annoy you for like a minute. I don't know.
You annoy me when you're not even here.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
We got a sad ham in here too.
Wow.
That's the real sad ham.
I was gonna say, that better not be me. That's gotta be Lawrence.
No, that's Lawrence. That's the Texas sad ham. And real quick,
you know what I should do one of these days?
Before you leave, we crossed the and I'm saying this is we because you helped me out a lot, and I really appreciate it. And we're just doing this for fun. We just crossed over 25,000 subs, almost 1 million views.
25,000
poor sad hams. OMs.
Could you imagine if it was 25,000?
What's that? You were breaking up.
Could you imagine if it was 25,000 Lawrences?
There might be 24,999 of them.
That's true. That's true. I was going to say, is one of these days when I leave, I should take Lawrence, with me. Oops, I'm sorry, Lawrence. Did I ban you by accident?
I would love to meet up with Lawrence one day. And Lawrence, I've been to Houston a couple times recently. I don't have any time when I get there. One of these days we'll have to connect. You and MRD.
You met MRD in person. So have I.
Yeah. Not a big deal, but I met a lot of people.
How about this guy named Sam?
I've not met Sam.
I think Lawrence is saying you need a new hat at the NASA in Houston, at Johnson.
Here's the other thing. I went to the souvenir shop at Kennedy. It sucks. Kennedy sucks. It's like everything's QR codes. You don't even talk to anybody when you walk in. Like it's QR code or you do it on the screen.
But I was told you can't live stream.
I'm actually going to call somebody at media there, to be honest with you.
Well, you know people in media there?
No, they have a media hotline number I can call.
Okay.
So I'm like, hey, so just backstory. I live stream from outside of I wanted to show people I like the live stream. And I know a lot of guys are out there interested in space stuff. Anyways, I wanted to show you my view of the SLS rocket, which was 7 miles away. Seth, am I close on that? I know it's far away, but I could see it, right? So I was streaming that, and I'm like, okay, hey, I'm gonna walk inside. I'm gonna walk back to the bus to get back to the main whatever. And some guy's like, you can't record in here. You can't record this or record in here. I'm like, what? This whole place is built to record. Backstory, when I got on the bus, I'm like, hey, am I allowed to live stream anywhere in here? And he's like, you can live stream anywhere but the guard gate. Obviously, that makes sense. The high profile facility like the Kennedy Space Center, I totally get it. And it's just not very smart to do security because I work in a secured location a lot of times, and there's some rules that we have to abide by, and that's one of them. It makes sense. Anyways, after I stopped the live stream, I had 2 security guards come up to me. I wouldn't say violently, but suddenly, and says, hey, you can't be on TikTok live or YouTube live. No live streaming is allowed. I'm like, that's not what I heard. He's like, I don't care what you heard. And we start arguing. I go, listen, I don't want to argue. It's shut off. It's off. It's in my side. It's in my pocket. It's done. But you're not. I'm like, all right, it's done. And I just walked away. I didn't want to. I was thinking about turning it back on and going live again. But it's a little bit more of a process. I have a authentication thing I have to do now. Where it texts me and stuff, but whatever. Stupid. It's a public place, and like literally that's what you're there to do, is to take photos and stuff, right? But who am I to say? But once again, thank you guys for watching tonight. Thank you guys for helping us out, get the 25,000 subs. Seth's helped out a lot. Sam's helped out a lot.
Who?
Jeremy at the beginning, which I talked to him the other day.
Sam? Who's this Sam person?
Be nice. He was smoking ribs today. Yeah. Live streaming
to Jeremy the other day
is legal no matter what security says. I agree with you. Unless it's I was on public property. NASA is the most public property there is. I mean, literally. I was in a place they want to take pictures of. Anyways, enough of that, but yellow clipboard. You guys really made it. It happened actually overnight when I hit 25,000. I didn't realize.
I think at one point you were like, I'm never going to get 2,000.
I thought I was never going to get 500. So the last couple year or so, I used to have 30 people watching streams tops. Now sometimes I get in the 70s, so that's pretty cool. I basically doubled my streaming capability audience, which is huge for a little channel like this. And I say little because I'm not just saying ham radio, but there's guys that have millions of subscribers that only get a couple thousand people watching their live stream. So that's in my eyes, that's a good ratio. So, but I appreciate you guys watching, Seth, and I'm totally serious. I appreciate you helping me out with this stuff because I don't understand a lot of this stuff. I do know how to put this stuff on on the live stream, like cameras and stuff like that. But some of the connections with doing the bots and all that stuff, you've helped out a lot with, and doing the POTA spots, and people like think that's totally cool. Like I had a couple people reach out to me. Hey, that's pretty cool. I can see the guys POTA spotting on here, so I don't have to go to the POTA spot page and blah blah blah. It's all right there. So that stuff is really cool, and that's unique. And I think we might have been one of the first ones to do it, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. I know you talked about it for a while before you got it to work.
I was like, honestly, I think it was just the same day. I was like, hey, why don't we have this? And then like later in the day, I found a bot and I got up and running.
Share Seth's info. I don't want me to give him his phone number. Okay, I'll share it right now. You guys want his phone number?
No, that's all right.
I wouldn't do that. I have some pretty powerful people's phone numbers in this phone that I would not give out. Anyways, once again, appreciate it. I'll be back. You can reach out to him on Discord. I think he's current on QRZ. That's probably the best way to get a hold of him. Nate, nice to see you in there. Nate helped me out, keep me straight some nights. Just coming up with like exactly stuff that I'm thinking. Sometimes it doesn't come to my head because I have, especially like tonight, I've literally been up for like 20 hours. But I'm going to hit the button here. Enjoy the Weather Channel.
All right.
Take care, everybody, and have a good night.
Wait, before you go, Greg.
What?
We have to edit your thing. This music at some point.
Regional conditions. I can put that in there.
We should do that one of these days. All right, guys. See you at some point later.
Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow night.
Bye.